Hi, sweet friends. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I am here in Birmingham, and I'm honored that you've chosen to spend some time with me. Thank you. So, I wanted to let you know that I am filming this for the week of Thanksgiving of 2020, and because of that, my in person yoga schedule is a little bit modified for the next couple of weeks. I've got a couple of really exciting things that I'll be doing and experiencing next week. I'll be sure to share that information with you after I return. So follow along on Facebook and Instagram at Earthkeeper Yoga, and then my web address is earthkeeperyoga.com as well. All of my classes are listed there. All right, before we get started today, I'm just going to tell you that I have a blanket. That's all you need. A blanket, a beach towel, a small pillow, just something to give us some cushion under the knees, and we will get started. So grab what you need, and I'll meet you right here on the mat. All right, sweet friends, so we are going to start by coming down onto our backs. We're going to keep those knees up towards the sky. You can bring those arms into a nice big T here, and you can even let the knees kind of fall in towards one another. Shimmy those feet out just a little bit to give yourself a little bit more ease right here. Allow the mat to take your weight. Give yourself a nice couple of deep breaths here. And just settle into this space. Allow the legs to relax. Allow the belly, the hips, the pelvis, the tailbone, all the way up to the crown of your head. Let everything just rest into the mat. And as you lie on your mat, just taking up some space here at ease, finding comfort. Start to send some awareness to your breath and notice how much space it can take up within you. And then how much of that air you can release through your exhale, pressing it with some attention all the way out the deep low belly. Keeping the breath in and out through the nose. Feeling that expansion of the ribs as the breath comes all the way up to the collarbones before you let it go completely. Give yourself one more round. Take an inhale, send the arms up over your head. Let the shoulders relax. And then you're going to bring this right knee up towards the chest. Keep that right foot flexed. This is your inhale. Your exhale is to bring the right fingertips down right below that right kneecap. And exhale the left leg up towards the sky. Inhale, release the hands back over the head, lower the left foot. Exhale completely. Right knee lowers, left knee rises. Inhale. Exhale, lift hands and that right leg up towards the sky. Inhale, bend it back down. Exhale, lower the left foot. Inhale, lift the right knee up towards the chest as the hands come down. Exhale, extend the left leg up towards the sky. Inhale, lift hands and that left leg up. Exhaling the right leg down. And then inhale, hand to knee. Exhale, lift the opposite leg. Move through your process from one side to the other, using the exhales to completely release. Find your breath cycle if you've lost it. And give yourself one more complete round. And as you bring that foot down, reach those arms over the head, and then take an inhale to lift the pelvis up towards the sky. Exhale, lower down completely. One more time, inhale, lift the pelvis. Exhale, lower completely. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Hands come right below the kneecaps. If it feels better in your body to open the legs where the knees come to either side of the ribs, that's fine. Circle the ankles here. And stay with those deep breaths. Beautiful. You can bring the hands behind, right below the back of the thigh. And we're going to rock and roll up the spine until we can come to a seat. We'll send those legs out long in front. I'm actually going to stay to the side so you can see my posture as we move into this particular staff pose. So you're going to have your feet flexed. And you're going to start to engage your legs. You'll even see the kneecaps lift. Press the tailbone into the floor and then take an inhale. Reach the arms up over the head. Exhale, settle the shoulders. Start to engage all the way up to the fingertips. Breathe here, 3 breaths. And release the jaw. Inhale. And exhale, bring the palms together. Bring the hands down in front of the heart. Bow chin to chest. Relax the legs. Keep the length through the spine. 2 breaths. Start to engage through the low body. Send the crown of the head back up towards the sky. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, settle the shoulders. Fresh breath. And then exhale, see if you can fold forward. We're nice and cold here, so this is our cold stretch. Reach through the legs, send the crown up towards the sky, and breathe. If you feel like your back is rounding, come out. Find the long spine. Go back in. Beautiful. Walk your hands up, and then you can just bend those knees. We're going to spin over and find our table. So once you find that table, think about really reaching through the crown of the head and sending the tailbone back. Keep the spine nice and neutral, tops of the feet on the mat. We're going to take an inhale and start to send the chest towards that left wrist. And then slowly on your exhale, let the hips really swing back. Just making circles here. Inhale. Weight over the hands. Exhale, send the hips back. So connect your breath here. When you get to the tip of that next inhale, exhale, switch directions. Send the hip back to the left first, rolling over to the right. Give it 2 more breath cycles. And after you swing those hips back, let's reset that table. So make any adjustments that you need. Keep those knees right under the hips. From here, go ahead and curl your toes. Take an inhale. And then exhale, let's send the hips up. Find our down dog. So keep the head nice and relaxed here. You can begin to pedal through the feet. If you feel like you're holding a lot of weight in your upper body, try bending your knees and sending your hips back, noticing how it helps you open through the shoulders. Stay with your breath, 2 more cycles. Let's walk hands back towards feet and meet at the back of the mat in a forward fold. Keep a bend in the knees, head hangs heavy. Take an inhale halfway, find that long spine. And exhale, slow release back down towards the mat. Awakening that back body just a little bit deeper. Inhale down low. Keep the upper body nice and heavy as you slowly let yourself roll up, keeping that bend in the knees to protect the low back. And start to ripple that strength up through the crown of the head as you come into mountain. Settle in right here, 2 breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up over the head. And exhale, bring those palms down in front of the heart, bow, chin to chest. Take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up. And exhale, find a forward fold. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. Give it 1 more breath. Let the hands come to the mat, or maybe you're up just on your tippy little fingers. You're going to shimmy your feet out where the outside edges of your feet are even with the outside edges of your mat. Okay, and so from here, bend your left knee just a bit, starting to feel into the right side of that right leg. Nice and gentle. Keep this left hand down towards the floor. Take an inhale. And then exhale, send the right fingertips up towards the sky. You can bend that left knee as much as you want. Notice if you started to clench your teeth. And give it one more breath. Slowly start to turn the chest towards the floor as that right arm comes down. Take a breath right here. We'll bend into that right knee, right fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale. And then exhale, send that left hand up towards the sky. Again, bending that right leg as much as feels good in your body. Last breath. Slowly start to turn the chest towards the floor. That left hand comes down. Give yourself a breath right here. Head hangs heavy. Walk your hands forward. Reset your not your table, excuse me, your down dog. So bring those feet back in, even with the hips. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, make your way into your plank or your kneeling plank. Lower your right knee down to the mat, right top of the foot to the mat. So that right knee is right under the right hip. Keep that left leg out long behind you and reach the crown of your head away. Take an inhale. And then exhale, send that left heel back, getting a stretch through that calf muscle on the left side. And notice tension showing up in the shoulder blades and the neck and the jaw. Release where you can. Start to tuck in your tailbone. Notice how that changes the stretch. Slowly start to press into the ball of that left foot and bring that left knee down. Curl toes on both feet, lift back into your down dog. 3 breaths. On your next inhale, make your way into your plank or kneeling plank. Lower the left knee down under the left hip. Left top of the foot comes to the mat. Take an inhale. Send that right heel back, getting that stretch through the back of the right calf. Tuck that tailbone in, change the stretch. Beautiful. Lengthen through the spine. Bring that right knee down. And then you're going to walk your hands forward, one hand palm length. So from palm to the tip of the tallest finger. And then we're slowly going to start to send the hips down towards the mat. Make your way into your up dog. Release the hips. Stay strong through the arms. And take an inhale. And then exhale, send the hips back. Find child's pose. Head releases. Inhale. Use the exhale to move through your table and back into your up dog. Inhale in up dog. Exhale into child's. Inhale into table. Exhale, down dog. So as we move through the next few rounds, just remember how we moved through that up dog and how accessible it can be for you as opposed to moving through plank, through chaturanga, and into up dog. So just trying to make sure you have plenty of different ways to meet yourself right where you are today. Last breath. We're going to make a slow walk up to the top of the mat and meet there in a forward fold. Take an inhale halfway, finding a long spine. Exhale, slow release down towards the mat. Inhale down low. Exhale, slow rise. And ripple that strength up. Let's meet here in this mountain center for 2 breaths. Inhale, arms and gaze rise. Exhale, hands come down in front of the heart in prayer, bow, chin to chest. Take a breath here. Inhale, arms and gaze rise. And then exhale, we're going to bring the arms into a T. So the arms are even with the shoulders. Make sure that you're not locking those knees and ripple up through the length of your spine to the crown of your head. Take an inhale. And then you're going to send these right fingertips all the way out in front of you and then all the way across your body. Let this left elbow clasp right there at the right elbow and see what's right here for you. Breathe. If you want a little more, you can keep the hips straight, keep the knees a little soft. Take an inhale. And then exhale, you can twist over to the left, changing where your gaze is, just for a breath or two. Inhale. Untangle everything. Let's come back into that wide T. Let the shoulders settle here. Reach through the crown of the head. Beautiful. Inhale. And use that exhale, reach those left fingertips out in front. Let this right elbow come right to the left elbow and open. Awareness to the hips. Keep them straight ahead. Inhale. And add in that little twist over to the right if it feels okay. Really pay attention to keeping the hips square towards the front of the room. Last breath. Inhale in the twist. Exhale, let everything settle. Shake out those hands. All right. So from here, we'll take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze back up towards the sky. And then exhale, give ourselves a forward fold. Get heavy through that left side of your body. Inhale. And step this right leg back. We're going to make our way into Warrior One in just a moment. So those toes are out to the right. Heel is a little bit more in towards center, but not like if we were in Warrior Two. Bending into this left knee, take an inhale. And then rise up, settle in, finding your Warrior One. So there's a really great stretch that goes through the back of that right leg. We got it ready while we were still on the floor. But if it hurts too much to have that right heel all the way down, just keep it lifted a little bit. Breathe here. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower those hands down. Find the ball of that right foot. We'll meet back at the top of the mat in that forward fold. Give yourself a breath. Let's take an inhale, half long spine. Exhale, down towards the mat. Inhale down low. And exhale, slow rise, coming up in a way that serves. Let's center that breath as we rise into this mountain. 2 cycles. Inhale, arms and gaze lift. And exhale, find that forward fold. Head releases. Take an inhale, send that left leg back, setting up for warrior 1 on the opposite side, bending that right knee, weight in that right foot. Take an inhale, we'll press into that right foot and come up into our warrior 1. Keeping open through the heart, hips square towards the front of the room or the top of your mat. The more you bend the knee, the deeper the stretch through the left leg. Last breath. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Let's bring those hands down. This time, spin onto the ball of that left foot. Make your way back into your down dog. With your next inhale, make your way into your plank. Option to lower the knees and move into that up dog how I showed you earlier, or take an inhale here. Move through your chaturanga and into your up dog. Release those hips if you can. We'll bring the knees to the mat, send the hips back, find a child's pose. Let the belly roll over the legs. Give yourself one more breath. Take an inhale. Let's come into table. And we're going to move into a posture that requires us to be on our knees next for just another moment. So I'm going to bring my blanket down to the mat. So once you're back in your table with something nice and cushy under your knees, take an inhale and slowly let yourself roll up so that you're on your knees. So once you get on your knees, you can keep your hands on your hips if you like. We're going to bring that right leg out to the right. And before we go any deeper, we're going to make sure that the hips are square. So right now you're dumping all of that weight into the left leg. Press that left knee into the floor just like you would your feet. Press into the floor, lift through the crown of your head. Notice how that helps engage through the hips, through the pelvis. And then see if you can sink that right hip in just a little bit so that the hips are more square. We'll take an inhale to lift the arms and the gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale, this right hand's going to come down to the right leg, left fingertips reach over. So right now you might be feeling a lot of pressure in the low back, and if you are, take your tailbone, tuck it in even more. It'll send more of this stretch into the outside of the left leg and through the left side body. Notice where the breath is, and notice where it feels constricted. Take an inhale. And then exhale, press off that right leg, bring the left hand down to the floor, reach the right fingertips away for kneeling side angle. One more breath. Slowly lower that right hand down to the mat. Walk yourself back so that you're in that table with the right leg extended. Just bring that right knee in. Fresh breath. Let's roll back up onto the knees, hands back to the hips, and we'll send this left leg out to the left. So let's check all of those same things. So right now it's all in that right leg. Press in, ripple up, ripple up to the crown of the head. Start to engage through the core and through the center of your body. And then awareness to this left leg. We're going to dip that left hip down just a bit, stretch through the inside of the left leg, and those hips are more square. All right, here we go. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, left hand comes down somewhere on that left leg. Right fingertips reach over. Give it one more breath. Inhale, press off that left leg. Right hand comes down. Left fingertips reach away. So really take up some space here from the sole of the left foot all the way up to the fingertips over to the right. And give it one more breath. Beautiful. Walk those hands down. Left hand comes down. Walk your hands around and then come back to both knees. Take an inhale. Lift the hips. Down dog. And if you've got that blanket, you can move it out of the way. And give yourself one more breath. From here, take a fresh inhale, reach that right leg up towards the sky. And then you're going to bring that right foot outside of the right hand. Lower the hips. You could even lower that left knee down if it feels like that's what you want to do. Make sure this left hand is right under the left shoulder. You're going to take an inhale, send the right arm up towards the sky. Use that right leg to support you and try not to let that right knee fall out to the right. So really engage here and breathe. And give it one more breath. Beautiful. Lower that right hand down to the mat. And then if you haven't already, lower that left knee. Shimmy this right foot out to the right. Let the knee fall out to the right. Right edge of the foot comes to the mat. Stay here. Just reach through the crown of the head. So we're not going into full lizard, but we are getting into the inside of that upper right leg. Notice the tension in the upper body. Bring that right sole of the foot back down, shimmy it in just a bit, and then we're going to curl those left toes to lift the hips, make our way back into down dog. If everything that I just cued didn't work in your body, meet me in down dog in a way that serves. Take an inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. And then bring that leg up outside of the left hand. Lower through the hips. Strong through that right hand. Take an inhale. And then exhale, send this left arm up towards the sky. Keeping that left knee squeezed in just a little bit to keep those adductor muscles engaged. This right leg could be on the floor as well. Last breath. Lower that left hand, lower that right knee, right top of the foot, and shimmy this left foot out just a bit, coming onto the outside edge, sinking the hips down, stretching through the inside of the left leg. Awareness to the breath. I'm grateful for the space that you're taking up right here. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips back this time. We're going to bring this left knee back to meet the right. We're back in our table. And then we're going to curl toes, lift hips, find down dog once again. So just noticing the places that you've been able to take up space with your breath, how you've opened your body a bit. And we'll walk to the center of the mat. So walk hands towards feet, feet towards hands. We'll meet in the center in that forward fold. Take an inhale halfway, long spine. And then exhale to release down towards the earth. Inhale down low. Exhale, slow rise, coming up in a way that serves. And we'll meet in mountain, giving ourselves 2 breaths to center. Take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. And exhale, hands come down in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. Give yourself a breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the gaze back forward and then go ahead and find that length through the spine. So our balance pose for today is standing pigeon, and I'm going to show you how to do it at the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and come over to this space right here on the wall, and I'm going to show you what the posture would look like. You'd go ahead and sit your back against the wall, and then post or strengthen through one leg. Send the opposite leg out, bend the knee, and then the ankle comes across. You could stay just like this and work on sending the crown of your head up. You're creating the muscle memory in your body. If it's too much to lift the leg all the way up, just bend and open through the right knee in a way that still doesn't put too much pressure there. So maybe the right foot still stays on the floor and you just roll the knee open. That would work as well. So that is always an option for you. If you'd like to do full expression and really just go for it, totally cool. If not, keep your space next to the wall. So give yourself one breath just to settle in here, finding a soft gaze in front of you, about 3 or 4 feet. And take an inhale, and then move your body weight over to the left. Make sure the whole entire foot is connected to the mat, not just the heel or the ball of the foot. Really press the foot into the floor and reach up through the crown of the head, getting light on those right toes. Inhale. And then exhale to lift this right knee up towards your navel, not your navel. And then keep that right foot flexed. Check your balance. If you're feeling good, we're going to open that right knee to the right. Let the ankle cross over the left knee and then start to sit it back. Keep your eye on something that's not moving, which is not me today. Keep the length through the spine. Stay with the breath. Let's come out. Straighten through that left leg. Reach that right knee up and then lower it down towards the mat. Give yourself a breath in the center. Inhale. And exhale, move that body weight over to the right. Find your center here. Reach through the crown of the head. Ripple up that strength. And then we'll lift this left knee. Left sole of the foot stays flexed. Open that knee. Cross it over. You can stay standing from there and just cross the leg over. If you want more, sit it back. Sit the hips back. One more breath. Inhale, let's rise up. Left knee comes up towards center and lowers down. One breath in the center. Beautiful. Take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, find your forward fold. Step your feet back, find down dog. And give it one more breath. Inhale into your plank or kneeling plank, always an option. Fresh inhale. Lower all the way down to the mat. So we're going to start to take up some space again. So send that left arm out into a T. Keep this right hand right under the right shoulder. Go ahead and press into that right hand. You're going to roll over onto your left side body and bend the right knee behind you. You could have a block here to put under your temple if you need just a little more space. And the further out you let that right knee fall, the deeper the twist through the center of the body. So you may not even want that leg up. You might just want them stacked on top of each other as you open through this left shoulder. Notice tension. Notice breath. Last one. Take an inhale. Move the block if you have it. Roll back onto your belly. This time the right arm goes out to the right. Left hand is under the left shoulder. You're going to roll over onto that right side and let that left knee come up right outside of the right thigh. Rest in here. Find some ease. And give it one more breath. Let's roll down back onto our belly. Move the block if you have it. And just press your hands underneath your shoulders. Press them up so that you can move through table. And shimmy those feet over to one side. We're going to roll down onto our backs once again. So from here, just go ahead and take up that space just like we did at the beginning. And give yourself just 2 or 3 breaths here just to take up some space. Then you're going to bend those knees, bring them in towards the chest, and squeeze your legs together so that your feet are connected all the way down to your heels. So they're in towards the chest, but the legs are squeezed together. Bring your hands up over your head. And then above your head, let your hands come into prayer. So you're going to take an inhale, and then exhale, turn the knees to the right, send hands in prayer to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Give it one more round. And after you completely finish, you can let the arms come back over the head, open, open, open. Those legs can extend long down the mat. You can even take those arms and bring them out into a nice big T. Take a nice big deep breath with me right here. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. And rest. As you're ready, you can slowly start to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. You can start with some really small movements with your fingers and your toes. And circle your wrists and your ankles. You can roll on to one side or the other, bringing those knees up into the chest, giving yourself a little hug, honoring the work that you've done for yourself today. As you're ready, you can make your way back up into a comfortable seat, and we'll meet together with hands together at the heart, chin bowed down towards chest. So during our time together today, I've tried to focus on slow, deliberate movements that are open to you even when you're feeling tired or exhausted or emotionally just spent, whatever. So let this practice be of nourishment for you whenever you need it. And I have a quote for you today that's from Robin Conley Downs. It says, "Gratitude is the direct way out of comparison." So as we close our time together today, I invite you just to think of one or two things that you're really grateful for. May you know kindness and may you be kind. And gratitude for being one of the things that I am thankful for, which is spending this time with you. And until we meet together again, namaste.